for a very special lentil soup because the special ingredient is a whole lot of love. Welcome back, actress and entrepreneur Daniella Monet. Welcome back, Daniella.
Thank you.
It's so true. And speaking of love, since you last visited us, you and your fiance Andrew have welcomed a beautiful baby boy, Gio. Congratulations! Look at sweet Gio. How are you doing? How's it going?
It's good. He's awesome. He's like this big. He's so big. I wrap my head. He's only 3 months and some change.
More to love.
But he's a big boy. Yeah. And he's good. He's not sleeping through the night.
I was just gonna say, how you sleeping?
So there's not a ton of that right now, but the love is somehow making it all fine.
Yeah.
Just
I don't know how that works.
every second. Look at everybody on the couch looking at you. They're all loving it.
I feel like I'm part
Enjoy
of the
every
club.
second. Paige can imagine.
I'm in a club now of like moms, and the community is so tight, and we keep each other alive, and I so am grateful.
That's the key.
Yes, yeah.
We
To keep each other alive. Alive is
You're
good.
not sure if you're crying because of the exhaustion or because of the love.
Yeah, it's all of that. It's a lot of
Well, speaking of love, like I said, the secret ingredient for this great lentil soup is love because it comes to you from your sweet Nona. Tell us about Nona.
Oh gosh, so I'm Italian. Food is everything for us. She used to make the most amazing dishes, lentil soup being one of them. And originally I would come over, we'd make the soup, I'd eat it. Now the tables are kind of turned. I'm making her soup. So I've learned to get really good at it. It's so delicious. It's really great to just jar. I give it to family.
And not only that, it's perfect for these cool winter months for sure. Lentil soup is so yummy. Okay, so on the stove right now, we've got some carrots, some celery, correct, and some onions.
Yes.
Sauteing in a little bit of oil. What kind of oil do you use in that?
I just use olive oil.
Okay, great.
I throw in some salt and pepper. I let those kind of saute for a little bit. You could also find these minced up, usually at the grocery store, which is really easy. I know.
Oh, Kim's in on it. Kim's in on it.
I tell people that because that's half the work right there.
Really?
Just the mincing part is the half the work. So I tell people, get the stuff at the grocery store if you're in a rush.
Fine.
Really easy.
I'm usually in charge of the cutting, so that's good for me to know. Okay, so now we're going to add a little bit or a lot of bit of garlic.
I'm Italian, I'm sorry. It's
No, that's great. Load it up.
All right, cool.
And then we've got some tomatoes.
Yep.
Just canned tomatoes, fine?
I use canned tomatoes. I like the San Marzano tomatoes, if you could get the organic ones.
Listen, when you're getting 3 hours of sleep every night, like Daniella here, you're going to get the pre-chopped up veggies, you're going to get the canned tomatoes, and you're going to make this as yummy as possible. Good for you.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, it smells delicious.
Now, I also see a pitcher of water there that you're going to add beforehand. Can you use a broth, or can you use something other than water?
Yeah. I actually don't love using broth.
Okay, very good.
I think this is always my go-to. Broth is really just water and vegetables, kind of like stew down. You strain the vegetables.
So you're making your own.
You could just sort
You're
of
making
use
your own.
some
Okay, and
water
you like to put that in before you add the lentils.
Yeah, and you could do either or, as long as they're about the same time. So I'm going to throw the water in.
You got it.
Do you know, while you're doing that, I would just like to point something out that Paige informed me of before we started.
Oh, yes.
Do you know that lentils have the smallest carbon footprint of any food?
What?
Sustainability.
Oh, my goodness.
How in the world would you even know this fact?
I saw it on a comedy TV show. I'm like, I don't know if it's right. It might have been a joke.
She said that to me. I said, well, I need to check. So I checked the Google machine. And wouldn't you know it?
It's true.
That lamb has one of the highest carbon footprints.
Okay.
It would be like driving 93 miles in your car and emitting all that gas.
Wow.
By the way, eating lentils is only 2 miles.
Is that right?
2 miles.
Yes.
Eat your
There
lentils.
you go. And
Good
not
for the
only
soul
that,
and the environment.
for people that have a tough time with legumes in general, like this guy right here, lentils are actually, you can actually get away with lentils a little bit easier than some of them. Lentils and chickpeas. So
Oh my goodness.
This is great all the way around.
my God.
You guys are doing so much for the environment.
I know.
We're changing lives.
full
Three
protein?
scientists
Yeah,
right here.
You've come to the right place.
So we let this simmer on the stove for how long? How do we know when it's done?
To me, it's a taste thing.
Okay.
I have to be honest, I'm not big at measuring. I sort of just wing a lot of things. So, take the liberty to do what you think is best.
Okay.
Add the salt, add the pepper, do it by taste. And
Beautiful.
30 minutes usually, I'd say. And then it's
Oh my
And
done, so.
eventually it looks like this. This is a little warm, but I'm tough.
Oh, we can't wait to taste it.
I shouldn't have laughed
Paige
that
just
hard.
laughed when I said I'm tough. Yummy, I'll serve it up. What do you
Ooh,
think?
yeah, go for it.
Fantastic.
While you serve that, will
Yes.
you tell us about your new podcast that you're
Yes.
doing? Even though you're not sleeping much,
So we started it. I know we started it like 4 weeks out from having him. And I think for us, it was really just about, so Andrew, my fiance, quit his job when Gio was born. And we thought, you know what, how can we make this a family affair? And how can we reach other families and talk about, you know, the trials and tribulations we're all going through? And so it's a new stage, and we call it Adulting Like a Mother Father.
I love it.
Isn't that great?
A mother and a father.
Yeah, 'cause adulting can be rough. And so we tap into all different things. We've got people in finance, we've got people in fitness, we've got families, moms, dads, the whole gamut, and it's been so therapeutic, you guys.
Wow. I bet.
Yeah. It's the 1 hour we get a week of just him and I face to face, and it's crazy. It's like, we're like, so how are you? And it literally becomes that. It's an hour of us just like touching base.
That's beautiful.
And by the way, that's super important, especially for new parents, because you forget the person, like you don't even connect with the person you're living with anymore because you have this little human that you need to keep alive. Like you
100%. We keep saying we're still in that like survival period of time, but we're like slowly creeping out of it. We have elements of like days where we're like, we got this. We are parents of the year. And then 5 minutes later, we're like, it's a lot of that.
We have to share this bowl.
Yeah.
So help yourself if you so choose.
Gosh, how nice.
This is amazing. Well
What do you
done.
think, guys?
So,
Daniella, this is amazing.
Yeah, really.
What's
Cozy
your
and
Nona's
warm.
name?
Oh, Letitia.
Oh my gosh, Nona Letitia taught you well.
Yes, thank you, Nona.
I'm going to take as many recipes as I can of hers and
Grazie,
make them
Letitia.
vegan.
It's beautiful. You all can find this delicious recipe on hallmarkchannel.com. And of course, you can keep up with Daniella on her Instagram.